Este clipe vem da conta do TikTok de Riley, conhecido por compartilhar momentos leves e engraçados com seus amigos. Mas desta vez, ele postou algo muito mais inquietante. Era 27 de maio de 2021. Riley estava em uma viagem de camping selvagem com seu pai, a poucos quilômetros de sua cidade natal. A noite começou tranquilamente, com os dois aproveitando a fogueira, compartilhando histórias e apreciando a calma da floresta. No entanto, de repente, um som distante rompeu a tranquilidade, chamando imediatamente a atenção deles. Riley rapidamente pegou seu celular e começou a gravar. Movendo-se com cautela para longe da fogueira, eles tentaram ouvir melhor a origem do som. A voz desesperada parecia de uma mulher pedindo ajuda, misturada com frases ininteligíveis. O som era perturbador e parecia estar se aproximando. Completamente chocados, Riley e seu pai escutaram atentamente, sem saber ao certo o que fazer. Era alguém realmente em perigo ou apenas alguém agindo de forma estranha na floresta? De qualquer maneira, os gritos assustadores causaram arrepios e os deixaram congelados em incerteza. Conforme o tempo passava, os gritos começaram a se distanciar, mas o desconforto só aumentava. As palavras eram caóticas, com frases confusas e assustadoras. Cautelosos e conscientes do perigo, decidiram não se mover e esperar que a figura misteriosa não retornasse. Finalmente, os sons desapareceram e a floresta voltou a um estado de calma. Mas a tensão persistia no ar, deixando-os inquietos. Apesar disso, eles optaram por não desmontar o acampamento. Apenas ao amanhecer, com os primeiros raios de luz passando pelas árvores, sentiram um leve alívio. Essa experiência perturbadora ficou gravada na mente de Riley e de seu pai, uma lembrança vívida de como uma noite tranquila no meio da natureza pode se transformar em algo completamente imprevisível. E com isso, seguimos para o próximo encontro assustador durante uma viagem de camping. Angelo, um aventureiro apaixonado e dono do canal Exploring with Angelo, é conhecido por compartilhar suas explorações de locais fascinantes e assustadores ao redor do mundo. Neste episódio, ele se junta ao amigo Frank para uma aventura de acampamento noturno em uma antiga fazenda com um passado misterioso. Angelo suspeita que o local possa ser assombrado, e a dupla espera capturar alguma atividade paranormal em vídeo enquanto desfrutam de uma noite cheia de suspense. É 16 de dezembro de 2024, uma noite fria e chuvosa. Apesar do clima, Angelo e Frank chegam à fazenda cheios de curiosidade e entusiasmo. Procurando abrigo extra contra a chuva, eles decidem montar acampamento dentro de um dos antigos celeiros, sem saber dos eventos assustadores que os aguardam.
So far it's helping to keep everything spread out pretty easily.
Yeah,
so.
it's basically all I'm trying to accomplish right now. Yeah, once these are all there, then we'll literally just pull everything to the... Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we have what's called a tent stove. You can see there's a hole right there. That is called a stove jack. So basically, we're gonna set the stove up right here, build the chimney, and we're gonna sticking through, and light a fire, and that's what's gonna actually keep us warm.
How's that? See anything? I can't see.
It literally sounded like something hit a window.
Yeah. There's no... Is there a window here? No.
Just my car and the broken windows right there. That was weird.
Primeiro, eles montam um fogão portátil dentro do celeiro, utilizando uma chaminé improvisada para manter o ambiente aquecido. Embora o processo seja desafiador, eles conseguem acender uma chama e aproveitam para preparar um jantar improvisado, com carne e tiras de bacon. combinando os ingredientes para criar uma refeição simples e satisfatória.
Might as well put that in there. We got steak. A bunch of bacon strips. Never done it like this. We cooked them separate and then mixed them together because, I mean, who doesn't like bacon grease and steak together?
Yeah,
I mean, it would have been better on the charcoals, but we'll try it this way.
improv.
Yeah, we improvised with what we had, and I think we did okay.
Enquanto desfrutam do jantar, o ambiente permanece calmo e os dois se sentem à vontade. Com a chuva aumentando e o frio se intensificando, Angelo e Frank resolvem explorar a propriedade, focando especialmente na casa abandonada, conhecida por seu passado sinistro.
So we left the cutlery out here to
Yep.
wash off because it's filled with like bacon grease and other nastiness, but yeah, we'll deal with that later. What the hell was that?
Okay.
Okay.
As you were saying.
So we're about to go to the house. I think we'll check the barn after. Last time we didn't even bother going in there because we kept hearing what sounded like a bear. Couldn't even confirm whether it was or wasn't, but
No, but it was a really definitive sound.
dude, what is going on with the weather tonight?
I don't know, but I can't even see out here.
I know, right?
Like, it is so foggy.
Ao se aproximarem da casa, o cenário se torna ainda mais tenso. Sons de batidas ecoam de forma inesperada, rompendo o silêncio que havia reinado até então.
Okay. Stop it. I said stop it. What the hell?
It's funny how all of a sudden we start walking to the house and all you hear is bang, 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 random
Yeah.
bangs. Nothing's been banging at all.
Yeah, it's been quiet all night. Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
Mesmo assim, a curiosidade dos dois prevalece, e eles decidem entrar na casa para investigar. Dentro do local, é difícil distinguir entre o som da chuva batendo na estrutura antiga, os passos apressados de algum animal ou algo muito mais perturbador. Essa incerteza cresce à medida que eles exploram os cômodos.
something so creepy in there. You hear that?
What the hell is that?
Something was just moving in there. Did it not sound like something just ran up the stairs?
Yeah. What the hell? Hello?
Maybe a raccoon or something?
Went into Rocket Raccoon now?
Oh, looks like the door finally closed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we left that open last time.
Yeah, it was open.
Yeah.
And the other bathroom door, too, didn't we?
I think I closed it. At
Oh,
some
okay.
point.
You closed that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but we heard something going on.
Dentro do local, é difícil distinguir entre o som da chuva batendo na estrutura antiga, os passos apressados de algum animal ou algo muito mais perturbador. Essa incerteza cresce à medida que eles exploram os cômodos. Determinados a encontrar respostas, eles seguem em frente, mesmo com o ambiente se tornando cada vez mais opressor. Sons abafados e movimentos suspeitos indicam que algo pode estar presente no andar de cima. Relutantes, mas determinados, eles decidem verificar.
Hello? Is that just water dripping or is there something up there?
Hard to tell.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go check. Oh. I feel weird as soon as I get to this section.
It's a normal thing for this place.
I know, but like very quick and very overwhelming
Yeah.
right away. Somebody up there? Or is that just you, Rocket? Oh, nothing up here.
That's good.
Okay. I don't know why, I just feel really weird in here tonight. Like, Much more abnormally so.
Yeah. That's the fact that you didn't hear me calling you is what's got me worried here.
Yeah.
Apesar dos sons inquietantes ecoando pela casa, não há nenhum sinal de vida dentro, mas a atmosfera está mais pesada que o habitual. Densa, com uma tensão sinistra que faz um calafrio percorrer a espinha. Depois de tentar entrar em contato com alguma presença paranormal que pudesse estar no local, sem receber respostas claras, Angelo e Frank decidem que é melhor deixar a casa para trás e mudar a investigação para o celeiro.
So maybe just go back to the last video. Those responses don't even make sense tonight. But yeah, I basically explained the whole story, but we didn't go into the barn like at all.
No.
And we think we heard a bear possibly roaming around on the property, which is kind of strange, but also I guess kind of not that strange because the weather's been off.
Yeah.
1 minute it's super cold and then it's kind of warm again. So if the bears are not fully hibernated yet, or maybe they woke up, I don't freaking know. But we have no idea what we heard. We know we heard something more than once.
It just sounded like a bear.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like a bear. But all right, let's head over to the barn.
Okay, we're getting to the barn now.
Yeah, I haven't been in here in a little while. Not like actually through it anyway. So we better try not to get too close.
Especially unarmed.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Bear? Mr. Bear? Hello?
Ao chegarem no celeiro, eles entram cautelosamente, pois durante a visita anterior haviam ouvido um som profundo e perturbador, algo que parecia um urso, o que os havia impedido de entrar. Mas naquela noite, com o celeiro permanecendo estranhamente silencioso e sem sinais de movimento, eles reúnem coragem e decidem investigar o interior.
So, rule of thumb, if you're approaching a bear, or you might be within the vicinity of a bear, keep constantly calling out so that way they can hear you, so it's a fair warning. Never surprise a bear. Also, don't let the bear surprise you.
I thought I just heard a whisper after you said constantly warn a bear, and I heard right in my left ear.
Really?
Like, right. I wonder if the mic picked that up, because I was clear as day.
Huh.
Something just whispered right into my left ear.
Enquanto Angelo explica a importância de fazer barulho para evitar assustar um urso por razões de segurança, Frank menciona, de repente, ter ouvido um leve sussurro em seu ouvido esquerdo, mas o áudio não captura o som, deixando-os sem evidências desse evento estranho. Confusos e ligeiramente inquietos, eles decidem continuar, determinados a explorar mais.
Oh, Mr. Bear. You just hear like a growl or something?
Yeah.
Like grunty growl?
Yeah, I was going to say more of a grunt growl.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
I don't know. Hopefully not Mr. Bear.
Yeah. Let's just be cautious because he could even be like in one of these things. In my opinion, this would be like the perfect place to hibernate.
Right?
Mr. Bear. Almost kind of sounded like something was upstairs, but I can't tell with the
Slightly.
water. Mr. Bear? Well, good to know there's nothing down here.
Yeah.
Shall we go check upstairs?
We could.
All right, Mr. Bear, we're coming up.
Os sons estranhos continuam ecoando de todos os cantos do celeiro abandonado, mas felizmente ainda não há sinais de um urso. No entanto, o som inquietante de passos, vindos do andar de cima, chama a atenção deles. Depois de explorar bem o térreo, Angelo e Frank decidem reunir coragem e investigar o que pode estar causando os sons no andar superior.
I heard something move out there. It's just so hard to tell with the rain.
Yeah, it really screws up the audios.
Yeah.
Or audibles, whatever the word is. What's that?
Something in there. What is that?
Ao subirem para o andar superior, Ângelo congela de repente, surpreso por um movimento sutil nas sombras. Apertando a lanterna com força, ele vasculha o espaço mal iluminado, o coração batendo forte, determinado a descobrir o que pode estar se escondendo ali.
Shit, there's a raccoon or something.
No.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Raccoon. Yeah, he's living under the couch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why is he bobbing his head like that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Don't attack me.
Nah, he looks chill.
Yeah.
He's just confused from the light.
He's literally chilling right there.
Yeah. Well, he's staying dry at least.
Yeah, that's a pretty big raccoon.
Yeah.
Well,
back to sleepy
it just
goes.
wants it. It's like, just please shut off the light.
You just stay there now, okay?
Yeah, don't attack me.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a rabbit or anything. So.
No, actually, it looks kind of
There's
cute.
a lot of shit in here. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Okay, well, good news is there's no bear.
No, but that little noise, maybe we heard the little raccoon over there go.
Maybe?
I mean, it's pretty cute. He's like, oh, he doesn't like the light. He just puts his head right down.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, turn it down.
All right, man, we're going to leave you alone. We're going to go back to our campsite because I'm feeling like, for some reason, just suddenly exhausted.
Yeah.
And I honestly wouldn't mind just getting some sleep.
Good night, bud.
Nighty-night.
Don't come and attack us, okay? We left you alone.
Yeah, you
Just do the
stay,
same.
you stay here.
O que Ângelo notou acabou sendo apenas um guaxinim, escondido sob um sofá velho e empoeirado. Aliviados por não ser algo mais perigoso, eles decidiram deixar o animal em paz e voltar para a barraca, esperando uma noite de descanso tranquila. Mas a noite ainda não havia terminado.
Ready to sleep?
Yeah,
What just happened there?
you went too far.
A little too far there, bud.
The knot came undone on the end. That's probably
Yeah,
why.
probably.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah, you just stick that back in there so we don't lose little bits and pieces. Not that it really matters, because in a couple days we'll have some new sleeping bags.
I feel like it's gonna rip off if I do, so I'm just not doing it.
For some reason, Frank's damn, it is so warm in here right now.
I have to take off the sweater.
Unbelievable.
I'm way too hot.
Let's close this a little more. At least the wood will last. I'm gonna have to get up in probably a couple hours to check it, but
We're still alive, not hydrated.
I think you'll be fine.
You want a hood?
Here it is.
Enquanto Ângelo e Frank se acomodam em seus sacos de dormir, decidem tentar o Spirit Talker mais uma vez, esperando receber algumas mensagens intrigantes do além. Mas em vez disso, são surpreendidos por sons estranhos e perturbadores vindo de fora da barraca.
Other than it's really hot in here.
It really is. Holy crap. Like, we have this thing, like, on low, basically, and it's, like, steaming. Oh, but my feet are so cozy right now.
Protective magic.
Oh,
That's a weird one.
who's doing the magic?
Yeah. No? Okay. Oh, whatever. I'm ready for bed.
The bed is ready for you.
Alright, try not to sweat too much.
De repente, O ar da noite é quebrado por gritos animalescos estranhos, arrepios e antinaturais, vindo bem de fora da barraca. Os sons são seguidos por estalos e batidas, como se algo estivesse entrando no celeiro onde estão acampados.
It's more like a bouncy balloon. Deflated a little bit.
We should open one of the...
Little vents?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just...
Dude, that's right outside.
Hopefully they won't come in if they see like smoke and fire and shit. What the fuck was that? I can hear it. Did something just come in? I don't know. Hey!
Fucking scared me.
Sorry. Okay, just in case it actually comes in.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never heard the coyotes like that.
I don't think that was a coyote.
You don't think it was a coyote?
No, it didn't sound like a coyote anyway.
It sounded like somebody fucking screaming bloody murder. Hopefully the mics picked it up, but...
I wouldn't doubt it was pretty loud.
Man, I'm so cozy, I don't want to get up.
Yeah, no.
O coração de Ângelo acelera. Ele chama, mas só a chuva incessante responde. Após uma espera tensa, os sons inquietantes desaparecem, mas o silêncio que segue é quase pior do que os próprios sons. Embora nada mais aconteça, tanto Ângelo quanto Frank têm dificuldade para descansar, com um desconforto persistente. Quando o amanhecer finalmente chega, eles começam a arrumar suas coisas, ainda se perguntando se os sons que ouviram foram de um animal selvagem ou algo muito mais sinistro. Essa experiência aterradora os deixou questionando se algum dia terão as respostas que estavam buscando. O próximo vídeo vem de um usuário do TikTok, chamado Samuel. Ele estava em casa relaxando, quando, de repente, começou a ouvir algo vindo das árvores lá fora. O vídeo rapidamente viralizou, e com razão. O que você está prestes a ver é genuinamente assustador.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look.
Samuel aponta para os galhos destruídos e continua. Não podemos afirmar com certeza o que estava naquela árvore, mas seja o que for, é enorme e incrivelmente forte. Você tem ideia da força necessária para arrancar galhos dessa forma?
Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear.
Após assistir ao vídeo inúmeras vezes, Samuel tenta analisar as imagens quadro a quadro. A única coisa que ele consegue identificar é algo que, com muita imaginação, poderia ser interpretado como o rosto de um lobisomem, ou algo similar. Mas, honestamente, também poderia ser apenas folhas caindo que, por acaso, formaram uma silhueta assustadora. Fish Tuckerman é um youtuber australiano apaixonado por pesca. Todo o seu canal é dedicado a essa atividade que ele claramente ama, e seus vídeos costumam ser relaxantes e satisfatórios de assistir. No entanto, este vídeo em particular capturou algo que definitivamente não acontece todos os dias. Depois de encerrarem mais uma sessão de pesca, eles avistaram algo ao longe. Lembrando dos relatos de um tubarão branco de 4,5 metros visto na área na semana anterior, eles rapidamente aceleraram em direção ao ponto suspeito. Mas, ao se aproximarem, o que encontraram era algo completamente diferente.
Oh, it's capsized. So we just noticed this bloke here. Oh shit, yeah, it's capsized. Let's get him. All right. You go, mate. Go around, James.
Havia um homem na água, agarrado ao casco de um barco virado de cabeça para baixo. Ele parecia exausto, mas estava consciente.
On the other side, James. All right, kill the engine. Here, mate. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You got a ladder? In the back? Okay, mate. Yeah, there's a ladder here. How long you been out here?
I was in the water about it for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. I noticed you there a while. What do you got here? Okay.
It's just empty.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good man.
Are you there? Can I get in my bag?
Yeah, yeah, we'll get your stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're more important, but
Yeah, it's my key in there.
yeah, yeah, sure, mate. Yeah,
Oh, police key in there.
yeah. Oh, my name's Dom.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have a seat, mate.
oh,
All right.
yes, yeah.
All right. All right, James. Just
Yeah.
we'll get your keys first.
Key first,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then we'll get the boat. Have a seat, mate. Yeah, you all right? You want a water? You want a beer?
Yeah, I can have a beer later.
Com cuidado, a equipe o ajuda a subir no barco. Apesar do susto, o homem, que se identificou como Dom, parecia aliviado. Enquanto isso, o grupo não apenas ajudou Dom a se estabilizar, mas também se certificou de recuperar seus pertences e seu barco. Este é Adam, a alma aventureira por trás do canal Hades Ventures. Nos últimos meses, ele tem viajado pelo mundo em sua confiável van, compartilhando histórias com milhares de seguidores no YouTube. De paisagens deslumbrantes a joias escondidas, as aventuras de Adam têm sido uma fonte constante de inspiração. Mas, neste vídeo, sua mais recente jornada na encantadora cidade de Praga toma um rumo inesperado e assustador. É 16 de novembro de 2024. Após um dia explorando as belas ruas de Praga, Adam encontra um estacionamento tranquilo, perto de um posto de gasolina, ao longo da rodovia, fora do centro da cidade. Sem motivo para suspeitar de algo fora do comum, ele se prepara para uma noite de sono tranquila. Mal sabia ele que, enquanto adormecia, algo aterrorizante estava prestes a acontecer.
I do believe it is a Shell garage, which makes me feel like I am right at home. But this services is not where I began my evening last night. I attempted to sleep somewhere else until an incident struck. So I originally rocked up to the previous services down the motorway, and I started to go to bed as usual. In fact, it was a very nice, calm, relaxing evening. Until around about 3 a.m, maybe half 2, something like that. There I was dreaming the most beautiful dream, probably about pittobreds and dolphins and all that. And I was awoken, half awoken, I was in a bit of a daze, by some voices that were literally about 2 centimetres away from my back door. Just to clarify, I mean the rear doors on the van. So I hit the button to turn my CCTV on, and what did I see? 2 hooded, semi-balaclavaed youths right next to the van, and they walked around to the side here. Now in my head, I'm thinking, are they going to break into the Pigeon? Are they going to break into the Pigeon? By the way, for those who don't know, my van is called the Pigeon. And I got in my head to the part where I said, are they going to break into? And then I heard them try the door.
Ele conta que estacionou em outro ponto da rodovia, aproveitando o que parecia ser uma noite calma e relaxante. Até que, por volta das 2:30 ou 3 da manhã, Adam foi subitamente despertado por vozes próximas à traseira de sua van. Na manhã seguinte, Adam, exausto pela noite agitada, relembra os eventos em detalhes. Ele conta que as vozes e passos despertaram um misto de adrenalina e medo. Checando as câmeras, ele viu as mesmas figuras encapuzadas inspecionando a van no meio da noite. Suas intenções eram incertas, mas definitivamente suspeitas. Revendo as imagens em seu laptop, Adam compartilha o momento exato com seus espectadores.
Okay, so I've located 2 people on the right-hand side of the van. Oh no, maybe that's not them, because they're walking off up towards the motorway. Well, that's a bit weird. Why would you be walking up towards the motorway? But yeah, maybe that's not them, unless they come back, but they seem to be disappearing into the distance. Let's just fast forward a bit. Oh no, wait, they're coming back. Okay, this is blatantly them. Right. So that for some reason they've walked up towards the motorway and then they've come back into the service area. Yeah, they're coming directly to my van and they're going round the back of my van. Okay, so this is obviously when I heard their voices. Oh no, they're going straight up to... They're going straight up to my driver's window and they're looking in it. I swear I heard them right behind the van though. So he's staring right in the driver's window, trying to see what he can see. I think he touched something there, did he? Okay, this is the point. So now they've gone round the back of the van. Now remember, at this stage, I'm still fast asleep, right? So let's pull up the back of the van. So enter the thieves around the rear of the van. They take a quick look at the back. One of them's smoking something. Maybe he's innocent. Maybe they were just smoking. I heard them. That's where I heard them talking. And I was sort of in a daze. And I was like, what is going on? They've gone back round to the other side of the van now. So let's pull that camera back up. Actually, no, it definitely wasn't innocent, because I remember I heard them actually touch the handle. Oh yeah, look, there we go. Right, he's bent down there. What's he doing?
Em seguida, as câmeras mostram o momento em que eles tentaram abrir a porta. O barulho do manuseio da maçaneta despertou Adam de vez. Sentindo a adrenalina correr pelo corpo, ele reagiu instintivamente. Sem pensar 2 vezes, gritou, tentando intimidar os intrusos. Revisando as câmeras, Adam percebe que a fuga dos intrusos não foi tão apressada quanto pensou.
He must be trying to hide the fact that his hand's like touching the handle. But this is the point where I heard the handle go, and I'm half asleep, and I shout pigeon, and I rush up and I open up this curtain here, and then you can see as soon as I do that, he says something to his mate, and they scamper off. So if we go back to the front camera, we should, yeah, there we go. So that's them. As soon as they know that I'm in the van, they're now just disappearing off into the night. So I'm sleeping like this, right, and I hear some noises real close to me, because obviously that is the back door right there. I hear the voices out there. That's when they chuck that cigarette away. Now, when I first wake up in the van, wherever I am, the first thing I'm thinking is, where the hell am I? I always forget where I've parked. And I'm like, right, there's people out there, and I suddenly realise I'm in the services, I think. I reach up here and I stick my CCTV on. It takes a second to load up, and then it loaded, and that's when I think I saw them around the side of the van. So I'm half asleep thinking, are they going to steal the pigeon? Are they going to steal the pigeon? Are they going to steal the... Handle goes, pigeon! Whoa! What's going on? Jump out the window like that, and then I see them scarper off into the right. Well, judging by the footage, I must have misjudged. It was less of a scarper, more of a saunter. But at least I stopped them from smashing a window or jacking the door open or whatever.
Revisando as câmeras, Adam percebe que a fuga dos intrusos não foi tão apressada quanto pensou. Parecia mais um andar casual, ele comenta. Ainda assim, suas ações foram suficientes para evitar algo mais grave, como a quebra de um vidro ou o arrombamento de uma porta. Com a situação sob controle, Adam reflete sobre o ocorrido. E se ele não tivesse acordado a tempo? E se não tivesse notado as figuras à espreita? O incidente poderia ter tomado um rumo muito mais perigoso. Felizmente, sua reação rápida evitou o pior, mas a experiência continua marcada em sua memória. O evento serve como um lembrete constante dos riscos de viajar e dormir sozinho, especialmente em locais aparentemente tranquilos. Agora, mais atento do que nunca, Adam está ciente de que o perigo pode surgir quando menos se espera. Este episódio inquietante reforça a importância de estar sempre preparado ao acampar sozinho.